And next up is Annie Guo.
Hi. So it's really cool to see all the people who remind me of Guildford, because now I'm back in Beijing now, and I don't know when I have to I go back again. So I haven't. That's the reason I haven't get the book. So I'm going to read. Oh, actually, this is another collection that published by Stephen, also from Weird Books, and all the poems are in here. So I'm just going to read from here because I haven't got the book yet. Oh yes, actually I can read the introduction first to the to my poems. This feeling started long before all the pandemic things began. This feeling that I no longer exist anymore, or that I may never exist at all. For 2 months, I had been strolling along the same bank of the same river every dawn, constantly surprised by the novelty of it, generating solid and real emotions toward it from my fragile and wild being. At last, I realized that conversation is invalid, scenery is redundant, writing is solitary. This river that flows right outside my flat brings me more inspiration than the scene. Scotland has such a desolate and beautiful landscape, but the only thing that touched me there was the strong wind. Yet the wind blows everywhere. It is free and genial, just like the sunlight. My writing is about those things like wind and light. That's why I chose the 3 poems about the river, which I wrote in the mouth of pandemic, as well as the 2 artworks I made from 2 pieces of wood I found along the river, because the landscape written in them are so ordinary, yet it's always in the ordinary that magic can suddenly appear. This wood, I brought it with me here to Beijing. I brought it all the way from the plane. So I'm just going to read a short poem. Rivers that flow slower. This moment is supposed to be beaten. This afternoon without a watch. This afternoon that slides toward darkness. Trees disappear in neon lights. At the ice rink in heavy rain, all the mistakes seem so thin, so small, like the objects in colorful plastic bags, carefully carried by the hands, precious and mysterious bargains. Fight this future-like sky like a patient with a low fever biting the thermometer, sliding from blue toward orange, sliding toward the moment when night moths follow bright coats, empty benches, pigeons, and wet turf start to become the same world. This world is consoling the city, like knowing there is a broken watch in the drawer at home and the hesitating cup finally falls apart in the hands. And then I'm going to read another poem I wrote in Guildford as well, but it's not in the collection, but I just think I can share it with everybody because I like this poem a lot. It's called Night, Icy Fingers. Happy moments are like wounds, a leap to the blade. Sharp objects are looking for a zipper. Standing on the apex of the night, so much pain, pain like stars. Now you are completely illuminated. You want to reach an obvious place, more obvious than flames, more real than the oppression of illusion, tiny, filled with useless furniture and the heat they breathed out. Look at this place, you're here now. Gently, gently use your icy fingers to identify all the grief you desire, standing on the vertex of grief, ceaselessly leaping to the climax of the night. And then another poem I wrote on a balcony in Guildford. Noon, so sky. Let me take an inexhaustible last drag of you, you with an extra button missing, with a constant back pain consoling the unbearable ocean waves, trapping all the lights inside, all the bony light inside. Quick, streaming crevice, swallowly smelting key, while invisible ashes how up on sun rays. Slow sky, ascend to me, touch my surface. Okay, I'm done.
Thank you so much, Annie, and great that you can join us. I know it's much later there. It's about 11 o'clock at night, is it? Or maybe it's 12 now.
Oh yes, it's 11, but I sleep late, so it's fine.
That's good. So yeah, your book is somewhere in the post, and knowing the vagaries of the Royal Mail, you may get yours before Iain gets his.
Why is that? Why Iain get his book so late too?
We don't know.
Because Beijing is twinned with Hackney.
Ah. Brilliant. Thanks so much, Annie.